This meeting is being recorded.
Okay, good day all. We'll start the class and hi Andy.
Yes, sir.
We'll start the class. Good evening. Yeah, it's already 9:01. Let's start. Let me do the screen share.
హలో సార్, గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ సార్.
Good evening, and Managara Bonara.
బాగున్నాను సార్, మీరు ఎలా ఉన్నారు సార్?
Yeah, bon.
వాటర్ సార్.
Okay అండి. చెప్పండి, హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేశారు హనుమాన్ గారు. ఏమైనా ఉందా మాట్లాడడానికి?
లేదు సార్, ఏం లేదు, ఇప్పుడే స్టార్ట్ చేస్తాను. హాయ్ చెప్పడానికి ట్రై చేశాను.
ఓకే, స్టార్ట్. మీరు చూడగలుగుతున్నారండి? కెన్ యూ గైస్ సీ దిస్ book? Can you guys see
చూస్తున్నా.
this book, Think and Grow Rich book, a PDF copy? Just give thumbs up అండి, అంటే ఎవరన్నా. Okay. Okay. We'll read for some 5 to 10 minutes so that we basically read every day for 5 to 10 minutes and we see what we will get from this. The chapter 1 introduction. If anybody interested to read, please raise the hand so that they can also read a couple of paragraphs. The man who thought his way into partnership with Thomas A. Edison. Truly, thoughts are things and powerful things. Powerful things at that. When they are mixed with the definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches. హనుమాన్ గారు, మీరు మ్యూట్ లో ఉండాలండి, సౌండ్స్ వస్తున్నాయి. Truly, thoughts are things and powerful things are that when they are mixed with definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches or other material objects. What he is trying to say is, thoughts are things. Everything is created from the thoughts. If you do not have thoughts, nothing will be created. Whatever your thought is, that will make into a reality when you put definiteness of purpose, persistence, and a burning desire for their translation into riches. Just simply thoughts అన్ని రియలైజ్ కావండి. బేసికల్ గా there are some the thoughts backed by the definiteness of purpose, persistence, and burning desire for their translation into riches or other material objects. అవి మాత్రమే మెటీరియలైజ్ అవుతాయి. A little more than 30 years ago, Edwin C. Barnes discovered how true it is that men really do think and grow rich. His discovery did not come about at one sitting, it came little by little, beginning with a burning desire to become a business associate of the great Edison. The Edwin C. Barnes, he basically had a burning desire to become a partner with Edison. And just we will read his story, how we become a partner to Mr. Edison. One of the chief characteristics of Barnes' desire was that it was definite. He wanted to work with Edison, not for him. Observe carefully the description of how he went about translating his desire into reality, and you will have a better understanding of the 13 principles which lead to riches. When this desire or impulse of thought first flashed into his mind, he was in no position to act upon it. Two difficulties stood in his way. He did not know Mr. Edison, and he did not have enough money to pay his railroad fare to Orange, New Jersey. These difficulties were sufficient to have discouraged the majority of men from making any attempt to carry out the desire. Barnes ku desire undi, but he doesn't have a money to go to the New Jersey in a train, and he does not know Edison, Mr. Edison. Even though, and we will see how he went into it. This chapter says he has the desire, but he doesn't know Edison, or he doesn't have money to go to buy train ticket to go to the New Jersey. But his was no ordinary desire. He was so determined to find a way to carry out his desire that he finally decided to travel by blind baggage rather than be defeated. To the uninitiated, this means that he went to East Orange on a freight train. Because he doesn't have money to buy the ticket, he ride on the freight train where they won't ask the ticket, basically the freight train, where he helped the train people with something labor, and they took him to New Jersey. He presented himself at Mr. Edison's laboratory and announced he had come to go into business with the inventor. In speaking of the first meeting between Barnes and Edison, years later, Mr. Edison said, he stood there before me, looking like an ordinary tramp, but there was something in the expression of his face which conveyed the impression that he was determined to get what he had come after. I have learned from years of experience with men that when a man really desires a thing so deeply that he is willing to stake his entire future on a single turn of the wheel in order to get it, he is sure to win. I gave him the opportunity he asked for because I saw he had made up his mind to stand by until he succeeded. Subsequent events proved that no mistakes was made. Yeah, he went to Edison and announced that I came to go into partnership with you. But when Edison saw him, basically he is so his desire is so strong that Edison observed in the expression, then that what happened. And he got a small job. Then he eventually became a partner with Edison. We'll see how this happened in the next paragraph. Just what Eng Barnes, మీకు ఎవరికైనా క్వశ్చన్స్ ఉన్నాయండి? నేను అడగడం మర్చిపోయాను. ఏమైనా ఉంటే చెప్పండి, హ్యాండ్ రైజ్ చేయండి, we can discuss. Just what Eng Barnes said to Mr. Edison on that occasion was far less important than that which he thought. Edison himself said so. It could not have been the young man's appearance which got him his start in the Edison office, for that was definitely against him. It was what he thought that counted. If the significance of this statement could be conveyed to every person who reads it, there would be no need for the remainder of this book. We'll stop here and we'll just see any thoughts on this and we'll discuss. Because he says that if you can understand these couple of paragraphs, you do not need to read the entire book. The sum and substance of this book you already got in these 5-6 paragraphs. Any thoughts or any points you got from this or any observations? We need to make these sessions like interactive. Otherwise, there is no fun. Basically, the learning may not happen that much fast. Okay. Okay, we will stop here for this as a particular session of the book reading. Then we go into another reading. Okay, we'll read this self-confidence formula. Okay. This is the self-confidence formula. We need to read every day to remind ourselves that we are taking action. And if anybody would like to read, please raise the hands. We can read paragraph by paragraph. We can share it, or whoever wants to read entire thing, they can read it, or I can read it. Self-confidence and self-discipline formula. First, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action toward its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. This self-confidence formula, you have to read every day so that you gain confidence and you gain discipline and you go after your goals. This is basically the main aim, is to go after your goal. And this put you into a right vibration so that it gives you the right energy so that you can start a day with your goal. Second, I realize the dominating thoughts of my mind reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I concentrate daily upon the task of the person who I am, thereby having in my mind a clear mental picture of the person I have created. Third, I know through the principle of auto-suggestion any desire that I have persistently held in my mind seeks expression through some practical means of attaining the object back of it. Therefore, I devote daily to demanding of myself the development of self-confidence and self-discipline. There is actually, I discussed in the last class about auto-suggestion. And whatever you keep repeating will one day make into materialize. It will materialize. That's what you are promising yourself, that I will use auto-suggestion for my goal. Fourth, I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim in life, and I am aligned with sufficient self-confidence and self-discipline for its attainment. You write down your goal every day. That's what it is talking about, this fourth step. Fifth, I fully realize that any wealth or position will long endure when built upon truth and justice. Therefore, I engage only in transactions which benefit all whom they affect. I succeed by attracting to myself the forces I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve others. I love all humanity because I know that only a positive attitude toward others can ever bring me success. I cause others to believe in me because I believe in them and in myself. ఇది చాలా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అండి.
ఓకే సార్.
This is very important because you need to know these principles, how to acquire wealth and how it will happen. And I have signed my name to this formula and committed it to memory. I repeat it aloud daily with full faith that it will rapidly influence my thoughts and actions so that I become a self-reliant and successful person. Hero's date is March 18th, 2026, and print your name and sign your name, and so it is. That's basically you have to sign like on the sky, that so that you basically you are read this and you basically go after this. That's what the meaning of this. And this is a very important. If you can read daily once or twice, it will take your self-confidence to the next level and self-discipline to the next level. Any questions, Andy, దీంట్లో?
ఇది ఆల్రెడీ బుక్ లో ఉందా సార్ ఇది, లేదా దీని స్క్రీన్ షాట్
బుక్ లో
తీసుకోవాలి?
ఉంటుంది కానీ మరి స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకోండి. బుక్ లో ఉంటుంది కానీ ఇంత క్లియర్ ఫామ్ లో ఉండదు.
ఓకే, ఒకసారి పెడతారా సార్ స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకుని? అది అంతకుముందు
Okay.
చాప్టర్ 1
చాప్టర్ 1 ఆ బుక్ లో ఉంటుంది కదా మీకు.
ఉంటుందా? ఓకే,
ఇది కూడా ఉంటది, బట్ ఇంత క్లియర్ ఫామ్ లో ఉండదు. అంటే ఇది బేసికల్ గా కండెన్స్డ్ ఫామ్.
ఇది ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయాలంటే
ఇది మీరు అంటే రాసుకోవాలండి. ఇది బేసికల్ గా మీరు స్క్రీన్ షాట్ తీసుకొని పేపర్ లో రాసుకొని నీట్ గా
సరే సార్,
మీరు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి.
ఓకే సార్.
తీసుకున్నారా?
లేదు, రాలేదు సార్ స్క్రీన్.
ఇది ఫస్ట్ థర్డ్ స్క్రీన్ షేర్ లేదా?
లేదు, మీరు రీడ్ చేసేటప్పుడు వచ్చింది, ఇప్పుడు రాలేదు.
అదే స్క్రీన్ షేర్ స్టాప్ చేసినట్టున్నాను లేండి.
నా దగ్గర నుంచా సార్?
నేను స్టాప్ చేసినట్టు నా దగ్గర నుంచి. ఇప్పుడు చూడండి.
ఓకే సార్, ఫుల్
ఇప్పుడు తీసుకోండి. ఆ ఫార్ములా నుంచి తీసుకోండి చాలు. సెల్ఫ్ కాన్ఫిడెన్స్ అండ్ సెల్ఫ్ డిసిప్లిన్ ఫార్ములా నుంచి తీసుకోండి. థర్డ్ వరకు తీసుకోండి. మళ్ళీ ఫోర్త్ నుంచి ఇంకొక పేజీ పెడతాం.
ఓకే సార్.
తీసుకున్నారా?
తీసుకున్నాను సార్, థర్డ్ వరకు తీసుకున్నాను.
ఫోర్త్ నుంచి ఇంకొక పేజ్ పెడతాను. సో దట్ యూని ఇన్స్టిట్యూట్ పేరు లేకుండా ఇవి తీసుకోండి. ఫోర్త్ నుంచి తీసుకోండి.
ఓకే, తీసుకున్నాను సార్. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. Okay, next we'll share another read. Okay. And everybody can see it.
సార్ క్లియర్.
Clear ఉందా?
అవును సార్.
చిన్నగా అయిపోయింది.
ఇది చిన్నగా అయిపోయింది ఇందాక. ఓకే
ఇప్పుడు
ఇది ఓకే సార్.
ఇప్పుడు ఓకే. ఇది ఒక basically I'll read it so that you can understand what is this. I promise myself, you are promising yourself that I promise myself to be so strong that nothing can disturb my peace of mind. I promise myself to talk health, happiness, and prosperity to every person I meet. I promise myself to make all my friends feel that there is something worthwhile in them. I promise myself to look at the sunny side of everything and make my optimism come true. I promise myself to look at the sunny side of everything and make my optimism come true. I promise myself to think only of the best, to work only for the best, and to expect only the best. I promise myself to be just as enthusiastic about the success of others as I am about my own. I promise myself to forget the mistakes of the past and press on to the greater achievements of the future. I promise myself to wear a cheerful countenance at all times and give ever living creature who meet a smile. I promise myself to give so much time to improving myself that I have no time to criticize others. I promise myself to be too large for worry, too noble for anger, too strong for fear, and too happy to permit the presence of trouble. I promise myself to think well of myself and to proclaim this fact into the world, not in loud words, but in great deeds. I promise myself to live in the faith that the whole world is on my side as long as I am true to the best that is in me. Each line has very deep meaning. Basically, try to ponder on it. It has very deep meaning on each thing. If you can adopt to these sentences, you will see your future is somewhere else. Basically, you cannot compare with. Basically, you can basically make a lot of progress when you really believe this and practice it. Okay, that's anybody wants to take a screenshot, they can take. Anybody wants to, that's what the thing is. We have to practice these things every day. Basically, every day we need to read it. Good. Can I stop the screen share? Okay. Any questions on this? Okay, then we'll write 3 things about 3 or 10 things about what you are grateful for today. Please take a paper and write it, or if writing is the better, but if you can write, that is the better, I think. Take a pen and paper and write what you are grateful for. At least you start with what you are grateful for today, and go at least write 10 things you are grateful for, maybe all the time, or what you are grateful for today. నిన్న ఎవరన్నా మిస్ అయింటే వాళ్ళకు రికార్డ్ చేసినది పెడతాను చాట్ లో. దే కెన్ గో త్రూ దట్. దర్ ఈస్ ఐ అప్లోడెడ్ టు ద యూట్యూబ్ and you guys can go ahead and whoever wants to. The actual yesterday's class I kept in the chart. Please reread it. Basically, go through it. Whoever absent or whoever wants to reread, re-listen to the yesterday's class. Whoever completed the what you are grateful for, you can go on to writing your goal. You can start writing your goal. And if you have any questions, I can help it. But if you are already having goal, you can write the goal. Or if you want to prepare a goal, you can prepare a goal by using this time. The meeting will disconnect maybe in 8-9 minutes. And if you have any questions, please rejoin again. If not, that's fine. ఏవన్నా ఎవరికన్నా అఫర్మేషన్స్ ఉంటే అవి కూడా రీడ్ చేసుకోండి, లేకపోతే రాయండి అఫర్మేషన్స్. గ్రాటిట్యూడ్, గోల్, అఫర్మేషన్స్. Whatever the sample yesterday in the class, I also conveyed a couple of them. But you can use the same thing or you can write your own affirmations, whatever you like. This meeting will end in around 3 minutes, but if you have any questions, please rejoin and please write affirmations. మీకు టైం ఉంటే పోనా ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. ఇట్స్ సంథింగ్ లైక్ ఐ లవ్ యూ, ఐఎమ్ సారీ, ప్లీజ్ ఫర్గివ్ మీ, థ్యాంక్ యూ. మేబీ couple of times ప్రాక్టీస్ చేయండి. దట్ విల్ బి అవానియన్ టెక్నిక్. దట్ విల్ హ్యావ్ గ్రేట్ బెనిఫిట్స్. అండ్ యూ కెన్ బేసికలీ థింక్ అబౌట్ ద పర్సన్ ఆన్ whom you want to do it, or you can think the person or circumstance or వస్తు థింగ్ ఏదన్నా కానీ మీరు ఇంటెన్షన్ పెట్టుకొని యూ కెన్ సే ఐ లవ్ యూ అండ్ సారీ, ప్లీజ్ ఫర్గివ్ మీ, థ్యాంక్ యూ. Just practice couple of times in a day. Or you can just say in the morning before, as soon as you wake up and before you go to bed.